So I
Mm.
guess lastly, for students starting out, the new meta isn't just, reposting your group assignments or case comps and your feelings about it on LinkedIn. It's actually building a real portfolio, and that's a shared experience across different industries and degrees. So what kind of projects or experiments actually impress employers and show you can do the work and not just kind of talk about it on a slide?
Yes. I love when people come to an interview or present their work that is end to end. I was able to look at a problem from, I discovered there was a problem, or I saw signals in the market or signals amongst a group of people or an area, and said, I've got a hypothesis, and I've framed up a hypothesis with measurable outcomes. I then tested it and tested it and tested it in different ways. So often in UX research, we talk about triangulation, where you want to test something in three different ways. So run a survey, do user testing, perhaps do an A/B test, and just gather the insights of testing your hypothesis, and then producing a recommendation that actually then influenced a production outcome. I would love to see and hear a story like that, where someone was curious enough to solve a problem, went after validating their assumptions around that problem, and actually influenced an outcome. And it does not have to be this huge, transformation of a problem space. It could be something small. So, especially in early careers, start with something small, whether it's, for example, we don't have enough registrations in our club. Why not? Go talk to people, go test it. The other thing I'd love to see is that customer research. So with in addition to seeing end-to-end experiments, I want to always see that you went beyond just doing the task that was given to you. You went and said, I'm curious enough to go actually talk to people. So, one example I had was when I was running a sports initiative, where I thought, how could we drive more fan engagement? We didn't just sit in a room and hypothesize and talk to each other about each other's experiences on how to drive fan engagement. I went to games. I went and interviewed people at the game from different nationalities and age groups, and I brought that evidence back. And it showed that this is, what our hypothesis was in the room is actually very different from what was in the wild. So go and do those interviews and show that you are changing the outcome. And then finally is having the business impact you can quantify. Nothing is stronger than having quantifiable measure. That is how we build business cases. That is how we demonstrate solid understanding and impact of the things we do or the things we didn't do. So yeah, those are the three things. But in terms of how you impress your hiring managers, again, I would focus on the process over polish. People get too focused on creating the most beautiful designs or the most beautiful presentation decks. I'd rather understand the process you went through and the mindset you had as you went along those processes, and how you dealt with challenges and overcame them. Then next thing I would cover off is having that user-centric evidence. So showing that you did go talk to people, you did run surveys, you know that this is validated for customers. And then finally, it's bringing that measurable outcome and measurable impact, with how you not said, oh, the customer likes it, but we see conversion rates, time saved, problem solved.